Hello, beautiful soul of Libra. Let me ask you a question that might already be stirring inside you. What if the message you've been waiting for, one that turns your entire life upside down, is arriving tomorrow? Because here's the truth. On Thursday, November 6th, a powerful cosmic shift will strike your world like a bolt of energy. Something is coming that will shatter illusions, reveal what's been hidden, and invite you into a version of life you didn't even know was possible. No, this is not a drill. It's the divine timing your soul has been sensing. This isn't a prediction, it's a soul invitation. And if you're watching this, it's not a coincidence. It's alignment. It means the universe is preparing you for a sacred pivot. A revelation. A calling that demands your full presence. Welcome to Zodiac Whisper Tarot, where this in-depth reading is more than just a horoscope, it's a spiritual transmission. In the next few moments, I will walk with you into the heart of this energetic storm. Together, we will make sense of the signs, the shadows, and the sacred contracts unfolding around you. Libra, you are known for your grace, your calm, your ability to hold harmony when others crumble. But this week, this specific moment, you are being asked to do something much harder. You are being asked to stand for your truth, even if it breaks what's comfortable. Because the truth is, some relationships have survived only because you held them up alone. Some peace was really your silence. And tomorrow, the illusion cracks. There may be a message. A call. A confession. Something you didn't see coming. And it will hit your heart like thunder. But hear me when I say this, it's not here to destroy you. It's here to set you free. The tower only falls when your soul has already outgrown the structure. And after it falls, the star appears. The light returns. And your clarity becomes unshakable. You are not alone in this. You are guided. Maybe you've seen repeating numbers. Heard the same song over and over. Dreamed of someone you thought you forgot. These aren't glitches. These are soul whispers. And yes, someone from the other side might be walking with you right now, closer than ever. So take a breath, Libra. Place your hand on your heart. Feel the beat of something ancient rising. And if your soul already knows this message is yours, I invite you to do something simple, but powerful. Comment the number 17 below to affirm your alignment with this divine shift. That number carries the energy of spiritual renewal and inner authority, and it tells the universe, I am ready. And allow me to take just a moment to offer my deepest thanks for your presence here. Every like, every comment, and every subscription is more than support, it is part of a spiritual exchange. You bring energy to this space, and in return, we honor your journey with every word we speak. You are not just watching, you are remembering. So please, stay with me to the very end of this message. Because what the universe is about to reveal will take your breath away. And you deserve to receive all of it. Now, tell me, my beloved Libra. What happened in your soul that led you here today? Sometimes, it's not the thunder that wakes us up, it's the quiet discomfort we've learned to ignore for far too long. As we transition from the sacred opening of this journey, we enter the realm of cosmic justice, a place where the truth, no matter how gently veiled, begins to pierce through illusions. And dear Libra, this moment is crafted for you, by the stars themselves. You are not being punished. You are being realigned. As the moon moves through Scorpio on this very day, November 6th, it pulls emotional truths up from the depths. And while Scorpio is known for its shadows, it's also the sign of deep truth-telling, of peeling away the surface to find what's real underneath. That means what was once hidden will now come to light. If someone has been wearing a mask in your life, whether it's a partner, a colleague, or even a version of you, that mask is slipping now. Not to shame, but to free. Add to this the presence of Mars retrograde facing Libra, and we're talking about dormant frustration finally rising. Mars governs action, assertiveness, and fire, but when retrograde, it turns inward. You may feel the urge to confront, or you may see others act out in ways that surprise you. This isn't chaos, it's recalibration. False peace, what we often hold on to just to keep things calm, can no longer sustain you. And so, the universe steps in with precision, through the archetype of the Justice card in Tarot. This card doesn't come with punishment, it comes with placement. It comes to rebalance what has gone off kilter, to restore harmony not on the surface, but in the foundation. Justice doesn't shout. It doesn't take sides. It simply invites truth to rise and gives everyone exactly what their energy has earned. If you've been the one holding a relationship together, ignoring red flags, or sacrificing your own voice for the sake of belonging, this is your moment to step back and ask, is this love? Or is this fear of starting over? That question alone can change your life. Because Libra, you are a sign of partnership, of connection, but this week, the connection that matters most is the one between you and your authentic truth. There is no external relationship that can fill the void of self-abandonment. If someone reaches out to return to your life now, don't rush to reopen the door. Stand still. Breathe. And ask, have they changed, or am I simply afraid to begin again? Think of divine order like a house that's finally being cleaned out after years of storing what no longer serves. It's messy. Dust rises. Emotions surface. But once it's done, you can breathe again. You can see clearly. And that's what this week's energy is offering you, the clarity to finally rearrange your inner world so that your outer world reflects peace, not performance. This might be the time where you feel tested. People may push against your boundaries. Some may even say you're being cold or distant. But only you know what it costs to keep holding things together that were never balanced in the first place. And as I often remind my clients, God doesn't remove things to punish us. He makes room for something aligned. There are moments in life where we must let go, not because we don't care, but because our soul refuses to stay small. This is one of those moments. And you're not alone in it. So take your time, Libra. There is no rush. And if this message resonates, I invite you to comment below. I choose balance over illusion. Let your voice be a declaration not just to the community here, but to yourself and to the divine timing that is already unfolding in your favor. Most disruptions don't begin with fireworks. They begin with a whisper, a nudge, a sudden pull in a new direction. The day you thought would be ordinary turns into a pivotal moment. That's exactly what the Tower energy represents in this reading, and on November 6th, for Libra, this energy may arrive without warning. Not to tear you apart, but to help you see what's been holding you back from becoming who you were always meant to be. You might feel it first as a strange message, a call or text that seems to come out of nowhere and stirs something deep inside. Maybe it's a sudden shift in plans, an unexpected delay, or a decision you're forced to make in the moment. You may wonder if it's coincidence. It's not. In terms of energetic law, this is no accident. This is a frequency correction. When the universe sees you ready to evolve but still clinging to patterns that aren't aligned with your higher self, it intervenes. Not to punish, but to liberate. The law of attraction doesn't just respond to what you want, it responds to who you've become. And when who you're becoming no longer fits inside your old life, the structure collapses. That's what the tower symbolizes in the tarot. It looks terrifying: lightning, collapse, fire, but its deeper message is resurrection through truth. You can't build a solid future on shaky foundations. And this week, life may show you exactly which structures, relationships, or beliefs were built on illusions rather than integrity. For Libra, a sign that seeks harmony and connection, this can feel uncomfortable. You've spent so much time making things feel balanced, even if they weren't. But peace that comes at the cost of your truth is not peace. It's a performance. There's a metaphor I love. Sometimes, a lightning strike in the middle of a quiet night is the only thing powerful enough to blow open a door you forgot was even there. It's unsettling, yes, but it reveals a new horizon. This is how many miracles begin, first as a moment of disruption, then as a slow, unfolding grace. That's the energy available to you now. This week's astrology confirms this shift. Mars, the planet of action and truth, is retrograde and facing your sign. It's as if life is turning up the emotional volume so you can no longer ignore what's out of sync. It's not asking you to burn bridges, it's asking you to choose which ones are truly worth crossing. And here's where I offer a reminder, not from any one faith, but from countless quiet moments I've witnessed in people's lives. Sometimes, what looks like a setback is actually a setup. There are stories, real, unexplainable stories, where what felt like disaster turned into the greatest blessing. A missed opportunity that led someone to their life's true calling. A closed door that rerouted them towards something sacred. These are not fairy tales. They are examples of grace in motion. So if this week something shakes loose in your world, don't rush to label it bad or wrong. Let it breathe. Watch how everything rearranges itself in the aftermath. Allow room for the unexpected. The real shift comes not just from the moment itself, but from how you respond to it. Breathe through the tension. Choose curiosity over fear. And if this message is landing for you, if your heart recognizes this moment as something more than just a coincidence, I encourage you to pause and comment below. I am ready for truth. Not because you need validation, but because speaking truth aloud is one of the most powerful ways to claim it. The tower never arrives without purpose. And on the other side of this collapse is clarity, courage, and a kind of liberation that cannot be undone. When the dust settles after any emotional upheaval, there's often a strange stillness, a quiet that feels both unfamiliar and necessary. It's in this space that the energy of the star enters, not with fanfare, but with grace. It doesn't knock down doors. It opens windows. And for you, Libra, this may be the softest yet most powerful part of the transformation that began when your tower fell. You've walked through the fire, you've stood in the eye of the storm, and now the universe whispers, rest. You're not alone. The star in the tarot is not about arrival. It's about alignment. It's not here to deliver answers in full sentences. It speaks through signs, subtle messages, quiet moments of recognition that go unnoticed by the noisy mind but are felt instantly by the soul. Have you recently experienced recurring dreams, or felt drawn to a particular number like 111, 444, or 911? Maybe you've heard a song you hadn't thought of in years, and somehow, it played exactly when you needed to hear it. These aren't coincidences. They are reminders. They are soul signatures. This is what cosmic guidance looks like, not loud, not pushy, but consistent and gentle. And it often shows up most clearly when you slow down long enough to notice. For many people I've worked with, some of the most profound turning points began with a single moment of quiet awe, a stranger saying just the right words, a dream that brought tears, a photograph that fell from a book just when they needed to remember. The universe may not always speak our language, but it never stops trying to connect. The astrology during this phase supports that healing as well. As the moon softens into a water sign and Mercury approaches a harmonious aspect with Neptune, your intuitive faculties sharpen. Your mind may not be able to explain why you suddenly feel peace in the middle of uncertainty, but your body knows. Your heart knows. This is divine recalibration. It's the calm after the breaking, where your energy field is now fertile ground for new truth to take root. I always encourage people, especially after major internal or external shifts, to do something simple yet profound. Honor the signs without needing to analyze them. Let them arrive. Let them settle. Let them carry you. In the same way that you water a seed without digging it up every day to check if it's growing, your job is to trust that your healing is unfolding even if you can't yet see the blossom. And if you're someone who lives a busy life, constantly juggling responsibilities and pushing your own needs to the back burner, let this be a gentle invitation to pause. In the same way we nourish our bodies with food and rest, we must nourish our spirit with stillness and trust. Whether it's through a short walk without your phone, journaling for 10 minutes in the morning, or simply closing your eyes and breathing deeply at the end of the day, small moments of presence plant seeds of clarity. You are tending to your own soul's garden. If you felt lately like there's a presence around you, like someone is walking beside you even when you're alone, you're not imagining it. This is the star reminding you that you are seen, loved, and guided. Even when no one's watching, even when you're unsure, something bigger is holding you. And maybe, just maybe, that comfort you've been searching for isn't far away, it's already here, quietly arriving in waves. So if this part of the message resonates with you, I invite you to pause and reflect. Have you been receiving signals? Do you feel like something is gently guiding you forward? Leave a comment below and let me know. Sometimes just naming it aloud confirms what your soul already knows. You were never truly walking alone. Sometimes, we carry our work like a badge of honor, as if the more we sacrifice, the more we will be rewarded. But Libra, what if the lesson of this chapter is not to endure more, but to honor yourself more? After the intensity of emotional shifts and spiritual clarity from previous days, the energy now turns towards something much more grounded: your finances, your work, your material world. And while it may not feel as emotionally dramatic as a tower moment or a soul whisper, this is just as sacred. Because this is where you reclaim what was always yours, your value. The frequency of November 6th, when broken down through numerology, brings us to the vibration of August 17th. This is not a passive number. It is the number of power reclaimed, of financial correction, of spiritual authority made tangible. It carries the energetic blueprint of someone who has finally remembered that they are not here to beg for support, but to command their worth with quiet strength. And in this moment, something in your financial life, perhaps a deal that was stalled, a payment that never came, or a recognition that was delayed, has the opportunity to realign. But here's the truth many don't want to admit: abundance doesn't respond to suffering. It responds to clarity. There's a reason why things begin to shift when you stop overgiving and start setting clear boundaries at work. When you stop saying yes to tasks that drain your spirit. When you stop pretending that your silence means satisfaction. As someone who's walked with many souls through career transitions, I've seen again and again how breakthroughs begin the moment someone says, "No more." No more accepting less just to avoid conflict. No more doing the job of 3 people while being paid as one. No more shrinking. This energy is active for you now. Someone who once overlooked your efforts may soon realize they can't move forward without you. A project you almost gave up on may return with new energy. An unexpected offer could arrive, one that aligns better with your values. But none of this arrives if you're still hiding. This chapter of your financial healing isn't about hustling harder. It's about standing taller. Take care of your physical body while navigating this shift, too. Your nervous system is the bridge between your soul's intention and your actions in the world. If you're running on caffeine and adrenaline, you're not allowing your intuition to speak clearly. Consider reducing stimulants like refined sugar and excess coffee this week. Give yourself 5 minutes in the morning for intentional breathwork. Nothing fancy, just the conscious decision to begin your day from peace, not panic. This isn't a luxury. It's alignment. One of the most powerful lessons I've seen people learn through business deals, career pivots, and even lawsuits is this: money is not the reward for suffering well. It is the response to truth well claimed. When you shift from trying to prove your worth to simply knowing it, you become magnetic. You begin to draw in opportunities that match your frequency. You begin to speak up, not to fight, but to clarify. You begin to walk away not out of bitterness, but because your soul has already moved on. So if you're feeling a nudge to negotiate that contract differently, to ask for what you truly deserve, or to say no where you used to say maybe, listen to it. That is your next level speaking. And if you're ready to step into a relationship with money that's built on mutual respect, not fear, then take a moment to declare that in the comments. Money comes to me because I remember my worth. Let it be known. Let it be felt. Because that truth alone has the power to rewrite your financial reality. Sometimes the heart hears before the mind understands. And right now, Libra, your heart may be picking up on something quietly approaching, a shift in the landscape of your love life, subtle yet undeniable. You've already walked through clarity, disruption, guidance, and even your own empowerment. And now, in the softest part of this journey, comes a choice. Not just a choice between people, but a choice between the version of you who accepted less and the version of you who knows what peace feels like. The energy of this phase is wrapped in the archetype of the Two of Cups or the Six of Cups, both powerful indicators of soul connection. One speaks of mutuality and conscious union, the other of echoes from the past. And for you, both may be presenting themselves at once. Perhaps someone from your past reaches out, a message from someone you thought had closed the door for good. They may come with new words, new promises, maybe even a softer version of themselves. At the same time, someone entirely new could quietly enter your space, carrying no drama, no confusion, just a gentle presence that feels like exhale. This moment is not just about choosing between two people. It's about asking yourself who you are now, and what version of love honors the person you've become. Often, we don't miss the person, we miss who we were when we were with them. But nostalgia is not the same as truth. The real question isn't, do I still love them? The real question is, can I be at peace with them? Do they make you feel safe, or do you constantly find yourself explaining, defending, or diminishing your needs to keep the connection alive? It's easy to romanticize the past when you're healing from chaos. The familiar feels tempting because it doesn't ask you to be brave. But peace doesn't come from what's familiar, it comes from what's aligned. If someone returns, take your time. Don't reach out first. Don't respond out of guilt or loneliness. Let their actions, not their words, reveal their growth. People will say anything when they feel your absence, but only true alignment sustains when life gets real again. In sessions I've had with clients, I've heard this story many times. Someone tried to keep a relationship alive by forgiving everything, sacrificing everything, hoping love would redeem what behavior couldn't. And it never worked, not until they closed that door, not in anger, but in clarity. And once they did, someone else entered, not perfect, but present. Not begging to be loved, but offering it. And suddenly, it was easy. It was quiet. It was safe. You deserve that. You were not made to be loved out of obligation or pity. You were made to be seen with open eyes, loved with steady hands, and heard without having to raise your voice. And if that love hasn't arrived yet, it doesn't mean it's not real. It just means you're still making space for it by learning what not to accept again. As this window opens, listen closely, not to what others say, but to how your body responds. Are you breathing easier, or are you bracing yourself? That one answer could save you years of misalignment. And if you've been wondering whether you're truly missing them, or just missing the idea of being held, ask yourself this: were you ever really seen? If any part of this feels like it's speaking to something you've quietly been carrying, I invite you to reflect and share. Not for me, but for you. Drop a comment and finish this sentence: I'm not longing for them, I am longing for the version of me who finally. Let your heart finish it. Sometimes, naming the truth is what finally sets it free. Sometimes the most powerful change begins not with a grand announcement, but with a quiet decision to treat yourself differently. And Libra, as this journey comes to a close, I invite you to pause and truly absorb what the universe has been showing you through these three sacred archetypes: Justice, the Tower, and the Star. These aren't just symbols, theory mirrors reflecting your next chapter. Justice reminds you that truth is not always loud, but it's always certain. What needs to be known will reveal itself, and your only job is to meet it with clarity, not fear. The Tower shakes the ground not to break you, but to break you free. That one message, that one event you didn't see coming, isn't meant to destroy your peace. It's meant to make space for peace that's real. And the Star, gentle, luminous, steady, guides you back to yourself after everything else has fallen away. It tells you, you are not alone. And you never were. But here's the truth I hope you carry with you long after this video ends. You don't have to change the whole world to change your life. You just have to change how you treat yourself. What if you stop doubting your instincts? What if you stopped waiting for others to choose you and instead chose yourself with compassion, with boundaries, and with truth? Ask yourself, Libra, what would shift if you believed you were already enough? What would fall away if you refused to carry the weight of other people's expectations? What would open up if you let go of the version of yourself that only survives by pleasing others? If any part of you is still hesitating to walk through the door that has cracked open, this is your sign. Not everything has to make sense before you take the next step. Sometimes clarity comes after commitment. Sometimes healing begins the moment you stop asking, "What if?" and start saying, "I am." And so, as your guide today through this cosmic corridor, I'll leave you with this powerful truth, one I've seen transform countless lives when spoken out loud and believed with the heart. I set boundaries with love, and I receive the truth I am worthy of. If that resonates with you, if you feel something inside you softening or awakening, I invite you to write that sentence in the comments. Not from a but for you. Let it be your declaration. Let it be the frequency you begin to live from. That single act of claiming it may be the key that opens a new path in ways you can't yet imagine. And to you, Libra, I offer my deepest gratitude for walking this path with me. Thank you for watching, for showing up with an open heart, for every like, every comment, every time you return to this space. Your presence helps this channel Zodiac Whisper Tarot continue to be a light for others who are still finding their way. You are part of something sacred here. And finally, I wish you a blessed Shakis, a shock. One that wakes you up, not in fear, but in revelation. Because sometimes, what shakes us the most is the very thing sent to bring us home to ourselves. Now tell me in the comments, are you ready to choose yourself this time?